in Britain, with an accident rate that's only 1/5 of the national average.
Young people coming to the town have previously been living near to their parents, and of course coming to the new town they miss their parents, which for instance parents are very useful for babysitting. Now, intermingled with the housing here are houses, particularly for the elderly, bungalows. This gives the community a balance.
Only 5% of the population are old people who are encouraged to come to Cumbernauld as a deliberate policy to try to balance the age structure and give perspective to the idea of family. Each housing area has its own community room, which is used extensively by the old folks' clubs.
Number 6, 36.
And when we came here first, the community room nearby had a very limited use until my wife took an interest in the playgroups, and the social effect here has been tremendous.
The playgroup copes with about 60 mothers who bring their children to a regular play place. All the mothers, they're not unhappy in Cumbernauld, but they do find it takes some time to get to know people. And through the playgroup, they quickly get to know each other and friendships are formed. I think when people come into the town at the very beginning, they need some sort of centre. And in our area, this is a little community within the community. This is one of the very valuable side effects of the playgroup.
The hilltop location of the town is grand. For instance, from the office, I can see the whole south side of the town. The view is spectacular. And even from this living room, we can see right over the hills. And on a Sunday, 20 minutes drive in the car, there we are, sitting up on top. Wonderful.
I never visualised at the beginning that it would be like this. The people we've met and the things we've been involved in.
A new, young town in the country. A vigorous young population of pioneers breaking out of city life for the first time. The result is an incredible variety of social and leisure activity they would never have dreamed of trying before they came here. The churches help to foster the exuberant social life of Cumbernauld with Sunday evening hops for teenagers called Kirk-a-Go-Go. But church organizations are only a tiny fraction of the 200 clubs and societies that flourish in the town. There's even an airfield which provides an air taxi service to the main national airports. Communications and geography have helped Cumbernauld attract new industry, for Cumbernauld is right in the middle of Scotland. But unlike the older cities, industry is not in the middle of Cumbernauld. It's tucked away beyond a green belt. its first years, Cumbernauld has attracted over 90 industries covering a wide range of manufacture. More and more firms are coming to the town. A diversity of industries, modern factories, and good working conditions, a reflection of the working environment of tomorrow. Cumbernauld is different, and because it's different, it's controversial. For some, it's just a jumble of spectacular concrete and queer, uncompromising shapes. Dehumanized and stark, a 20th century ant heap that looks like nothing on earth. The product of coldly clinical social engineering. But for others, it's a last word in community architecture, the most imaginative and successful town to live and work in that's been built anywhere in the world since the war. In 1967, the Institute of American Architects voted Cumbernauld the world's best new town. In giving the Reynolds Memorial Award, they said, it's exploited to the maximum its potential as a work of community architecture without sacrificing human values. Not only does Cumbernauld hold great significance for the architectural profession, but for the future development of community architecture in the Western world. But the success of Cumbernauld really lies with future generations. There were fears at first that it could become a one-class town, an anonymous crowd bored by increased leisure, their children insecure and neurotic in an unsettled society. If this were true, Cumbernauld would have failed as a community, and all the awards in the world would be irrelevant. It's the children who will decide what Cumbernauld is. They are the first generation to be born and brought up here. They are the ones who will be giving color to the neutral whites and grays the architects have favored. There's a limit to what planners can do. All they can do is to provide the framework. It's a people who make the town and make it live. It's a town that provokes strong reaction. It's impossible to feel indifferent about it. From all over the world, people come to look and learn, to imitate or to criticize what's being done here. Last year, there were 4,000 official visitors from 40 different countries. 2/3 of the town are still to be built. The second phase of the town center is under construction now, and the planners are still discussing phases 3, 4, and 5. For the plans are always changing to meet new demands or to incorporate lessons learned from previous mistakes. There is no master plan, the planners say, just a basic plan, a framework for a town to grow in. But it takes time for a town to mature, for the brown earth scarred by the builders to heal into the green and pleasant landscape the architects envisaged. Cumbernauld started as part of an effort to overcome someone else's housing problem, but it's developed into a challenging social experiment. It's a marriage of many professional disciplines, a creation right from scratch of a self-sufficient township that's a center for a region. It's tomorrow's town built today, a pattern for the future.